this experiment, we are going to learn estimation of concentration of weak acid, for example, acetic acid, by using conductometric titration. So for this, we need to collect first standard NaOH solution of which concentration is already known, and we have to collect the acetic acid solution of which concentration need to be found. Now we need some glassware like beaker, stirring rod for stirring, and conductivity cell which is connected to the conductivity meter by which we can measure the conductivity of the solution, and big burette we need to have into which NaOH solution is filled. So in this experiment, first we have to collect 10 ml of acetic acid solution into beaker. I'm pipetting out 10 ml of acetic acid solution. So I collected this up to 10 ml mark. I am transferring this into the beaker. Now, before adding NaOH, so we have to stir this and we have to note down the reading from the conductivity meter. Now it is showing 0.19, so which is very low conductivity. So this is due to the weak dissociation of acetic acid. So acetic acid weakly dissociate and it forms CH3COO minus and H plus ions, right? So because of weak dissociation, so this reading shows very low at the initial stage. Now we have to add standard NaOH solution which is already filled into the burette, 1 ml. So after adding 1 ml from the burette, so we have to stir the solution. Then we have to check the reading in the conductivity meter. Right. Now it is slightly increased. It is increased to 0.27. So this is due to after adding the NaOH, this acetic acid is forming the sodium acetate. So sodium acetate partly dissociate at CH3COO minus Na plus ions. So because of these ions, this solution's conductivity is slightly increased. Now after that, further we add 1 more ml of NaOH. Now we can observe further increasing of the conductivity. Now this conductivity is slowly increasing because of formation of sodium plus ion and CH3COO minus ions in the solution. Now we can observe slow increasing of conductivity when we are adding NaOH from the burette. For each addition, we have to note down the readings into the observation book. Now we can observe slow increasing of conductivity for each 1 ml addition of NaOH from the burette to conductivity cell. As I mentioned, for each addition of 1 ml of NaOH solution, we have to stir the solution, proper mixing of the ions, and we have to take the reading. So all these values should be tabulated. Now we can observe this conductivity is further increased. So after one stage, we can observe there is a gradual fast increasing of the conductivity, right? So this is due to the after neutralization of acetic acid, so there are free OH minus ions present in the conductivity cell. So the moment when this acetic acid is completely neutralized, right? So for the upcoming NaOH ions, there is no free acetic acid, so that this OH minus ions will remain unreacted. So because of these free OH minus ions, conductivity will get started increasing very quickly. Now see, after addition of 1 more ml, you can observe fast increasing of conductivity. Now it's 1.2 to 1.5. So like that, the conductivity will be raised very quickly after neutralization of acetic acid. Now, so we can take further 2-3 readings and we can stop collecting the readings. Now all these readings should be tabulated properly, and so by taking volume of NaOH on the x-axis, conductivity readings on the y-axis, so we can get the graph. The intersection point in the graph we can take as the volume of NaOH. So by using that volume, we can calculate the concentration of acetic acid given in unknown sample. So as I mentioned, the values are tabulated here. So in the first column, volume of NaOH. In the second column, conductance, which we can find from the conductivity meter. In the digital conductivity meter, you can see those readings as I shown in the video, right? So for 0 ml, that means before adding single 1 ml of NaOH from the burette, what is the reading in the conductivity meter? So that we have to note down here. Next, after 1 ml adding of the NaOH, what is the reading? Next 2 ml, 3 ml, like that. For each ml addition of NaOH from the burette, we have to take the readings of the conductivity into the table. Now we can observe here, so this conductivity is slowly increased for each ml of the NaOH from the burette. So after somewhere here, you can see this conductivity is drastically increased. The increasing is very fast here, right? By using these values, we can make the, so this is the graph. In this graph, you can see this conductivity is in initial stage is slowly increased because of the ions of Na plus and CH3COO minus acetate ions, and the moment when this complete acetic acid is neutralized, the conductivity is drastically increased here. Now if you make the one line with these values, so these two lines are intersecting here. This intersection point we can consider as the volume of NaOH required to neutralize the acetic acid, right? By using this volume, substituting these values into the N1V1 is equal to N2V2, we can calculate the concentration of acetic. So like this, we can use the volume of already acetic acid, we are taking 10 ml. Concentration of acetic acid we can calculate. So volume of NaOH from the graph you can take this volume, right? By substituting these values into N1V1 is equal to N2V2, you can calculate the concentration of acetic acid, unknown acetic acid concentration we can find out.